He is the best. I'm telling you guys, I hate that market. I would only tail G. Like, I think that he is so smart. His insights, he's one of the first people that when I went on with, did what I do, looks at the defenses. People say, oh, but look at the trend. Tyreek Hill, bad against the Bills. Well, actually, look at how the defenses do. Look at this, look at that. Like, everyone just looks at the offensive player. We got to look at defenses in every sport. NBA, it's how we dominate. NFL, you've got to look at the defense, look at schemes, look at play calling, look at potential. There's a lot in the NFL, but baseball too. Look at, like, it's not baseball, I say with strikeout props. It's not just about the pitcher. It's about the lineup that they're facing. We need to do this. Before I dive into the rest of today's baseball and tomorrow's Thursday night football slate, I want to give a shout out because Lewis Creech said that he's at the Nationals-Braves game wearing PQ merch. Lewis, you better send pics. Tag it on social media. I will reshare it. I am so excited that you are wearing your PQ merch tonight. That is so freaking awesome to see. And everyone else, when he does post it, and anyone else, I know I sent a few of you guys in the chat some merch. When you guys get it, post it to social, tag me on X, tag me on Instagram, wherever you are. I will reshare it, and I will make sure that other people get some swag too. Remember, you could get some swag. Let me see where this is. StreamYard has not been my friend today. Everything is very slow. Where are we? Right here. So, a few things here. Speaking of, I couldn't send you a tweet. I tried to for a while. You mean you couldn't send me a DM or a tweet? JMain34. DM or tweet. Don't forget about this giveaway for props.cash. If you join props.cash using promo code PropQueen, 50% off your first month of the first month. So from that point on for a month, you get it for 50% off, which is like $9. And you could potentially get a free jersey of your choice. But when props.cash tells me who signs up using Prop Queen, then you are also able to, like, I could see who, using props.cash, I could see who signed up. So if you sign up for props.cash using promo code PropQueen, then I will also potentially send some of you guys some merch. So we've got hats, we've got water bottles. So if you sign up for props.cash using promo code PropQueen, and I get the email list from the props.cash guys, you not only could potentially win a free jersey of your choice, but I will also send some of you guys some water bottles and hats from the Prop Queen brand. Pretty cool. And it also says PQ. So don't worry about wearing something that says Queen. It says PQ. It's just the PQ logo. So you could just tell people. I don't have golf polos yet, but also, I do sell merch on the website at thepropqueen.com. There is some merch on there for some sweatshirts, some t-shirts. I could look up some golf polos that I could make. I've been not so great at like adding to it, but my mom made some merch as well. So if you want free merch, you can use promo code PropQueen on props.cash. You get that 50% off. And you could also potentially get some free merch. But also, if you go to the website, thepropqueen.com. I do have merch up there for sale, so you could definitely take a look at all of that. We've got some pitcher props for tonight. I've got a couple of props that stood out to me for tomorrow, but I agree with Tom. It's a really tough game to handicap for Thursday night football. I'll start with the pitcher props for tonight. We haven't talked enough of that yet. That was yesterday. That's my bad. Pitcher props for tonight. Where are we? Why is this? Okay, there we go. Whew. So, pitcher props for tonight. Where is? Okay, only two. So starting with, I had two earlier today. So two tonight. Mets lefty David Peterson. Oh wait, hold on. Let me tweet. I have to tweet out the show. I have to tweet out Prop Queen Edges coming up now. When I tweet out the show, more people tune in. It's the beauty of it. Prop Queen Edges and MLB and an early look at NFL for tomorrow now. Okay. David Peterson for the Mets tonight, under 4.5 strikeouts. The Mets are getting the Padres. Peterson's gone under 4.5 strikeouts in 3 of 4 outings against teams with low K rates. In San Diego last year, Peterson, just 2 strikeouts. Lefties, 28 unders, 17 overs when facing the Padres, averaging about 4 strikeouts a start. They're one of the lower K rate teams. David Peterson, under against San Diego. Brandon Woodruff, over 7.5 Ks. So I'm usually not a big fan of high K numbers. Woodruff just hasn't faced a high K rate team yet this year. He's gone over in 3 of 5 at home, plus 4 of the last 5 starters to face the Angels have had 10 or more strikeouts. So Brandon Woodruff, over 7.5 Ks. Thursday night football, some early looks for tomorrow. Starting with Dalton Kincaid, over 29.5 receiving yards. So he's gone over. He's like the primetime guy in Buffalo. Kincaid has gone over 29.5 receiving yards in 4 of 6 primetime games last year, averaging just under 33 receiving yards a game. He went over Kincaid in 3 straight games against Miami. He averaged 44 yards per game in the last 2 years against the Dolphins. Miami allowed the 8th most receptions per game to tight ends last year. They allowed the 11th most this year at about 6 per game. Kincaid is the primetime tight end. We are going over on Kincaid receiving yards. If you want to look at receptions, you can, but I think it was a little too juiced for me. Bills wide receiver Keon Coleman, under 43.5 receiving yards. I alluded to this a little bit with our guests today. So Coleman went under 43.5 receiving yards in 6 of 8 home games last year, averaging 34 receiving yards a game. Coleman averaged 36 receiving yards a game last year overall. In prime time, Coleman went under in 5 of 6, averaging just 20 receiving yards per game. In prime time, Khalil Shakir was the primetime guy, not Keon Coleman. Miami allowed the 5th least receiving yards per game to wide receivers last year. They allowed the 3rd least overall this year so far to wide receivers. So I am not looking for Keon Coleman. I am not looking for a wide receiver in that game, because the one thing that stood out about the Miami D is that they've actually been pretty good against wide receivers. Now, granted, and this could be the case in this game, there is a chance that the game gets so out of hand because it's a double-digit spread that the Bills don't have to throw the ball anymore. And they will just run the football because they have such a lead. So just remember that if you do like the Bills in this spot. Keon Coleman, I have no interest in. He is not as good in prime time as Khalil Shakir. As for my Royal Lock of the day, let's get to Royal Lock. On today, I don't know why this isn't working. Okay, StreamYard is not working today. I don't know if the Royal Lock stinger played today. Okay, whatever. Pitcher prop is my Royal Lock of the day. Brandon Woodruff, over 7.5 Ks. It has been 4 of the last 5 to face the Angels have gone 10 or more strikeouts. Woodruff is at home tonight. He's getting a high K rate team. He hasn't faced a high K rate team yet. The Angels, they are one of the highest K rate teams in baseball this year. We are going over Brandon Woodruff, 7.5 strikeouts. It's going to be his big night of the season. No show tomorrow because I am traveling to see my younger brother who is in college. So we will be traveling. I will have a show Friday to talk all things NFL. So don't worry about that. We will definitely have you football covered. So I got a little bit of TNF in there for tonight between G, me, Tom Vecchio. We talk some TNF. I will repost some of this stuff for tomorrow in case you forget. You can always tune into the YouTube at Prop Queen Sports. Subscribe, like. It is super helpful, and it's where I put everything. I also break up all the segments for all the different guests. So if there's a specific guest that you want to see a segment on that you missed, you could just go to the YouTube. Right after this show, I end up posting everything segmented into the YouTube. So everything's kind of organized in case you missed any parts of it. YouTube, Prop Queen Sports. Give it a follow. You could also follow along on the newsletter at thepropqueen.com. You could subscribe to the newsletter there. You could get all this info first thing in the morning if you're a premium subscriber. You can also get this info after the show. It gets sent to after the show in case you missed any information. If you just want it to the inbox and you don't want to watch videos, thepropqueen.com. You could subscribe. And remember, sign up for props.cash. Go to Pickett Sports too. Pickett is free. Go to Pickett and you could track bets there. You see what I bet there. So that's everyone. I think I covered it all. I know it's a lot, but I appreciate you all. This isn't about doing everything I say. This is about just providing you guys with so many different services that you pick what works for you. So if watching the show works for you to learn things, watch the show. If you want things to your inbox that helps you, subscribe to the newsletter. If you want to use some of the stuff like I use on props.cash to see all the trends and who does well in prime time, who does well on Sunday, who does well away, who does well at home, you want averages against, props.cash is your spot. You want to track your bets, you want to track my bets, you want to track other people's bets, you want to see where the best numbers are, you want to line track, you want to see how lines move, use Picket Sports. These are all just different ways to help you guys. It's not to sell you anything. It's really just me being here to totally help you guys win and beat the books, because that is the number one priority, is for us to win and beat the books. I love you all. I will see you all Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern time here on the Prop Queen Pod. Good luck with your bets.